What's the easiest choice you can make? Window instead of middle seat? Picking a vendor who sends a great gift basket? Outsourcing business tasks you hate? What about selling with Shopify? Whether you're selling a little or a lot, Shopify helps you do your thing, however you cha-ching. Shopify is the global commerce platform that helps you sell at every stage of your business. From the launch your online shop stage to the first real-life store stage, all the way to the did we just hit a million orders stage. Shopify's there to help you grow. Whether you're selling scented soap or offering outdoor outfits, Shopify helps you sell. Wherever and whatever you're selling, Shopify's got you covered. Sign up for a $1 per month trial period at shopify.com/try. Go to shopify.com/try now to grow your business, no matter what stage you're in. Shopify.com/try.
Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Cozy Womb Podcast. My name is Shan, mama of the girls. This is episode 5. Happy Monday. Show up even if they say they don't care. Because kids are going to say that sometimes. Kids care even when they don't say it. They want to be loved, hugged, and they want to be fought for to be around. They want to know that they matter. They want to know that their absence is missed, okay? I'm not saying create chaos, but I am saying not to give up so easily. This season, I'm focusing on fathers who want to get back into their child's lives or fathers that want to be a part of their child's lives. And I'm talking about different topics that may pertain to what that process is. And this episode, I want to talk about the pushback that fathers might get when they want to show up for their kids. Welcome to Cozy Womb Podcast. There are so many times in your child's life where you will need to show up. It could be their games, it could be graduations, dances, projects, art shows, riding their bike, swimming, dance contests, birthdays, Christmas, or whatever. If you missed it and they knew you were living, kids wanted you to be there. They might not say, "Oh, I wanted you to be there for this," or "You weren't here for this," but they're thinking it. And they're probably seeing other children have their dads around or have a father figure around that they don't ever get to experience. And a lot of kids walk around with this weight on their shoulders and feeling bitter about not having, and they pour all their anger into that, all their fight into that, and it needs to go somewhere. So don't play yourself and say, "Oh, well, I called. They didn't call back." "Oh, well, I came to the house and they wouldn't come outside." Or, every time I schedule to pick them up, I got to reschedule. So I just stopped. When did your child get to a point in their life where they were able to stop needing you? Stop wanting you? Stop wondering? So sometimes, even though you're ready now as a dad, your child might not be ready. But that doesn't mean you get to be upset about them resisting. That doesn't mean you get to easily give up because they're so frustrated with the fact that it took you this long, or they're frustrated with the fact that they don't know how to go about building this relationship that was missed for so long. What am I going to say to him? What does he expect me to say? Sometimes you don't expect anything from your kid, and your child doesn't expect anything from you, especially if you don't naturally want to do it. Like, no kid wants to see their dad and be like, "I want you to hug me." No. Go either ask, "Is it okay if I hug you? Is it okay if I do this? Is it okay if I sit beside you?" Like, leave space for invitation, right? If your child wants that, they might be like, "Oh, it's fine, it's cool, I don't care." My youngest brother is like infamous for me. I don't care. And a lot of times, especially with boys, when they say "I don't care" like that, they do care. And they're mad that you're pointing out that they do care, or you're making them look like they do care. And some kids just have a hard time being vulnerable. And some kids, it doesn't matter. They'll be vulnerable in front of anybody. They don't care what you call them. They don't care what you think. And when it comes to showing up for your kids, you need to show up. Even if you don't speak and they see you in the back of the crowd, all right, he came. They gonna feel so much better about you coming. Even if you sit in the back of the auditorium, okay, they came. It matters. It matters. If they see your car parked down the street, but you didn't come directly to where they had a barbecue, okay, I know he was around. A lot of grown men may say, yeah, my mom and dad didn't get along, but they know they know where to find their dad down the street if they needed to find their dad. And a lot of dads stayed around where their kids could find them. But it wasn't like they were in the household. It wasn't like, oh, I got this game at 8 o'clock on Friday, if you're around. And they'd be like, all right. They ain't say they coming, but the kid knows, like, if they tell them in enough time, if they really care, they're going to make arrangements to be around. And kids care about that. And I don't know what it is with the men. My daddy tip this episode is to always find a way. I think a lot of moms get kudos for, mom's gonna make it happen, but dads also have to be willing to do the search, to do the digging on finding what options are possible. And so if there are dads out here in Georgia that need help with finding a affordable lawyer to go about their rights as a father, check out unbundledlegalhelp.com. They have affordable father rights lawyers that'll help with visitation, custody, unfair financial child support, orders, and more. Even if you need legal advice. So just check it out. Go on unbundledlegalhelp.com or family.unbundledlegalhelp.com. Another tip I would have, if you're struggling with how you can show up for your kids, there is a book that you can find on Amazon.com. It ships really fast. It's called How We Show Up: Reclaiming Family, Friendship, and Community by Maya Birdsong. And that's MIABIRDSONG. Order it, read it, see if it helps. Or go to Barnes & Noble. Don't buy the book. Read the book. Take some notes and see if that helps. There's always ways that we can be better and help ourselves and be the resource that we need for the things we need to solve. Now let's get back to the episode.
Here we go.
Back to the show.
Back to the show.
And boys or men with girls and their kids, it's like some men don't want to come off overbearing, so they act like they have to.
What's the easiest choice you can make? Window instead of middle seat? Picking a vendor who sends a great gift basket? Outsourcing business tasks you hate? What about selling with Shopify? Whether you're selling a little or a lot, Shopify helps you do your thing, however you cha-ching. Shopify is the global commerce platform that helps you sell at every stage of your business. From the launch your online shop stage to the first real-life store stage, all the way to the did we just hit 1 million orders stage. Shopify's there to help you grow. Whether you're selling scented soap or offering outdoor outfits, Shopify helps you sell. Wherever and whatever you're selling, Shopify's got you covered. Sign up for a $1 per month trial period at shopify.com/try. Go to shopify.com/try now to grow your business, no matter what stage you're in. Shopify.com/try.
tiptoe around being around their kids, and you really don't. You really don't need to tiptoe around wanting to be around your kids. Let your kid know you want to be around. Let your kid know you want to know what they into. What's that? I don't know what that is. Teach me. How you play that game? Like, kids get so excited when you want to get information on what they're into. They get so excited. They open up. They tell you things that you didn't even ask about. And all you have to do is be around and be available. That's what kids want. So sometimes if you're getting pushback or you're experiencing pushback from your child, kids push back sometimes out of fear. So just be aware of that. Kids care if you stick around. Know that. They do care if you stick around. They care if you reach out. Did my dad call? I FaceTime him, but the call drops. Or did they call back? Did they pop up? Was he here? Did he just leave? Like, they care about that. They care about that. Show up even if they don't see you. Because if it gets to a point of it like, well, I had this and this and this and you never came. I came to that game when I saw you do this. Boom, done, squashed. I came to your dance and you was wearing this and you did that turn and that flip. Boom, squashed. Like, this day and age, you could come with an iPhone or an Android phone, videotape, get a clip and be like, I was there. Boom, squashed. Sometimes you're going to experience friction for 5 years with your kid, 10 years with your kid, 15 years with your kid. And then once your child gets to a point where they start to understand why you made the moves that you made in your life as a dad for them, they're going to respect you for it. When children start to experience their own relationships or have their own kids, they start to appreciate their parents more because they start to understand what position they were in with the choices they had to make. Kids can be so stubborn. So don't take the pushback as if they absolutely don't want you and they absolutely don't care. They do care. They care, so I'm telling you, show up. If you can afford to take one weekend out of every month of the year and go to where your child lives at or go visit real quick, it doesn't matter what y'all do. You don't have to do anything extravagant. Show up. Show up. Be available. Be open. Be reachable. Okay? Because most moms don't have a chance to not show up. Me as a mom, I've never gotten a chance to not be around my kids. To wake up and go to work, feed myself, pay my bills, and then not involve my kids. So I don't know what it's like for fathers who get to wake up and only worry about themselves, knowing they have kids out in the world and they don't see them, they don't check in, they don't call, they don't show up, they don't go visit. Like, I don't know what that life is like. And I don't want to know. Because then my child would be a stranger to me. And I don't want my children to be strangers to me. And I don't think children should be strangers to their fathers either. So show up. Thank you for listening to Cozy Win Podcast. I will check you guys back on Friday. Don't forget to check out lulu.com. I did drop a new book. It's called The Podcast Questions. So if you have, an issue with coming up with new questions, or you just want to journal to
catch those springtime vibes all over Arizona. Break out of the winter blues by hitting the water at one of our lake and river parks. Take a hike among the wildflowers. Just make sure to stay on the trails and leave the flowers for the bees. Discover Arizona's best kept secret and visit azstateparks.com/amazing to start your springtime adventure.
Write down some questions for certain guests. That is the journal for you. There's also 2 more books on there that you can also check out under my name. And don't forget to check out shambypotting.com and the Cozy Womb shop for all your shop merch. I will check you guys on Friday. Show up for your kids, even if they push back. And before I go, I just want to say, be mindful that pushing back can be just a safety net, because kids are more scared of being hurt and disappointed than they are with if you show up, right? A lot of times people lose faith in people because they had faith and it was ruined repeatedly, so they stop having faith and they just wait to see what people are going to do. So show up because you would help them build back their faith. All right, I'm going now.